It is time again to review the TBR. Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee, and today I'm going to be doing a TBR and review video. I haven't done one of these for a little while, so I will try to explain succinctly what this is. I always have a little bit of trouble. Basically, a couple of years ago, I started going over my TBR by year. So I'd look at the books that I bought in 2017, 2018, 2019. And I'd look into those books and decide if I was still interested in reading them, if I had made any effort to read them, if I DNF'd them, whatever, from year to year. So I think this is the third year that we're doing this, and I am currently talking about the books that I purchased in 2019. I am getting more and more cutthroat with this by unhauling a lot more books that I bought more than a couple of years ago because my interests have been changing in what I read, and also there is only so much time in the world to read books. So if we look at the books that I had remaining in 2019 compared to this year, I had 18 books left on that list. At the current moment, I have unhauled 7 without reading them. I've DNF'd 1. I read 2 of the books, and I have 8 remaining. So what I typically do is I read the first chapter of each one of the books before I put them back on the shelf, and I give you guys an update on if I'm going to keep them, DNF them, etc. And this is kind of just another like pass over the TBR to kind of keep myself accountable and to keep looking at these books. So I'm going to do a quick read through of them and kind of sort them into books I will want to read, etc. And then I will give you guys an update in just a minute. Surprisingly, after reading through those and kind of like getting the feel for them, I don't think I'm going to unhaul any. I have 2 here, Storm of Locusts and Caliban's War, that are sequels that for Caliban's War, I haven't read The Expanse yet, so I don't want to make a judgment on this one until I read the first book. That is a goal of mine here soon. I have the audiobook and I'd like to read that. Then the other one is Storm of Locusts, which I read and really enjoyed the first book. I have been putting this off because I wasn't sure when Rebecca Roanhorse was going to come back to this series, but I'm wondering if I should just read it and see if I enjoy it or not, because I've reread the first book twice and enjoyed it so much that I just kind of want to jump into this and read it. So I might put myself in the idea of not putting this off anymore. And then I have 5 books here that I haven't read anything in a series, maybe by the author before, but not the series. So I have The House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig, and this is one that I really want to read this fall. I just kind of have a craving for this like spooky gothic horror by the sea story that I keep hearing about this, so I want to check this one out really soon. Then we have The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I'm not sure if this is going to be a book for me or not. I feel like it'll be one that I'll have to read on audio and I'll enjoy it that way. But I started to read this and I was like, I am interested in this, I'm intrigued, but I'm not sure if the writing style is going to work for me, but I still want to keep it and give it a longer shot than just a chapter. Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater. This is one that I really want to get to, but I need to reread the Raven Cycle again. I just haven't read it in a couple of years, and every time I try and jump into this one, I sort of feel like I want to read the Raven Cycle first, so I'm working on that. I reread The Raven Boys earlier this summer, and now I need to get to The Dream Thieves. Then we have King of Stars by Leigh Bardugo, which this is going to be one that I think could be a DNF of this duology. I haven't read Six of Crows in a couple of years, and if this doesn't explain the magic system again, I might have to DNF it. I'm not sure if I'm going to care, but I am interested enough to try. And then we have Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. This was the one that I thought could possibly be like a DNF unhaul, but after reading the introduction, not the epilogue, the prologue, I am intrigued, so I will keep it. The other part of this, like, try a chapter and go into it and see if I like it and possibly unhaul it scenario that I've been doing this year, is that it's nice to kind of get into the books and kind of assess the books and see if I am still interested. Like, I am a person who likes to go into my books blind, so reacquainting myself with the idea of the books and kind of getting the first chapter of them to see if I truly am interested is something that kind of is a very big help to me for this series and how I'm approaching it this year. But anyway, 2019 is a pretty successful year from last year to this year for me. I've cut the pile in half. I've read a couple of them and I am still very interested in what I have remaining. So this is one that I feel like is starting to be in line with my reading tastes, and hopefully I'll be able to clear this out till next year. We'll see. One of my goals was, I think, to clear the 2016 and 2017 books off my shelves, and that is still a work in progress. So we'll see if this happens till next year, but it's always a good goal, and I like doing this. I like exploring this part of my TBR and kind of reassessing everything, making sure I'm still interested in the books and kind of keeping myself accountable with it. Anyway, that's everything that I have for today. This is probably a pretty short video. If you have any thoughts or feelings or want to share anything about any of the books that I talked about, please let me know down below. If you're not feeling chatty and you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know you were here, please leave me a book stack, because we have a book stack. And that is everything for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see me again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!